Okay, welcome back to Tracy's Kenpo Karate, Lesson 11. In this lesson we're going to cover Ascending to Heaven and Raising the Staff, as well as Long One, Section 4. Now, before we get started, Ascending to Heaven. Ascending to Heaven is usually done from a seated position. You jump up and take a fighting stance. And we changed this a while back due to students having trouble, especially older students having trouble getting it done without hurting themselves or pulling muscles. So we changed this slightly. Also, due to my own physical limitations and injuries, I have a hard time doing the technique, let alone the revised version. So I'll explain as best I can the way it's taught, but please forgive the total disaster of the technique as I do it, and I'll show you how we have changed it as far as the A and B variation goes. Okay? So let's bow in and we'll get started. Okay, so Ascending to Heaven. Ascending to Heaven is a technique for you're in a seated position. You're out on a picnic, you're at the beach. For whatever reason, you're being approached while seated and you need to get to a standing position. Normally from here, what the technique will do without your hands, so try to imagine me not using my hands, is you're going to stand up and step back with your hands up ready to fight. The problem that students have is sand, slippery, grass, wet, uneven terrain, ankles being twisted trying to get this technique done. So we changed it slightly. Instead of just doing a stand up, we're going to do more of a rollover cross out. Basically we're going to take C version and get rid of the kick. So from your seated position, okay, you're sitting here, for whatever reason someone's approaching you and you want to get to your feet so that you can defend yourself. So from here you're going to roll to your left. As you do so, you're going to put your left hand down, then your right hand. Take your right foot, pivot to 6, then come up, hands in the ready position. Okay? Again, this is the way I teach Ascending to Heaven. Now if you're doing it the traditional way, you'll need to go from a seated position to a stand-up position by just pushing up with your legs. Okay? So, you're down on the A version. From here, you're going to roll over with your left. Left hand down, then right hand. Take your right foot, pivot to 6, then pivot up and face your opponent. That's the safest way to get out of it. It's not necessarily the best way, but it is the safest way. But just be aware of where he's at and how fast he's coming. Now the B version to this is, what if you stand up and you realize he's a lot closer than you anticipated? So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a kick into this. So as we're seated here, now if this was the Tracy's version, you would once again just stand up, go to your fighting stance and go to the kick. But because we've changed ours, we're going to roll over with our left again, then our right, step out, we come up, we realize the opponent is much closer than we anticipate, so we go into a spinning back kick. Okay? Again, the B version. From our seated position. Okay, we're going to roll over onto our left knee with our left hand down as a brace, then our right hand. Take the right foot, step to 6, you should be on your left knee, stand up, pivot, and you're back into your fighting stance. That's where A ends. B, from here you're going to turn and do a turning back kick or a spinning back kick to the 12 o'clock position. So A, roll over, stand up. B, roll over, stand up, kick. Now if you're Tracy's, there again you're going to start from your seated position, and from there you're going to stand up, step back, and take your stance on A. On B, same thing. From your seated position, you're going to stand up, step back, and do a spinning back kick. Now the C variation on this is the same for both techniques. Okay, both systems. No matter, I'm sorry, not both systems, but no matter how I teach it and how Tracy's teaches it. The application is for the what if is a little different. For Tracy's, the application is you start to stand up, but you can't, you slip, and you end up on your left knee. In my situation, I'm explaining to the students that you don't have enough time to do all that. Okay, you can't roll over, get out, because the guy is coming on top of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our rollover. Left, left, right. But we realize the opponent is coming too fast and we can't spin out in time or we're going to be vulnerable. So we're going to throw a right back kick, place the kick at 6, and then stand up. Okay? So, again, Tracy's traditional way of doing this. From your seated position, I'm not going to go down all the way, we'll just pretend you're going to stand up, step back, and take your fighting stance. That is A. B version in the Tracy's system, traditionally taught. From your seated position, stand up, step back, spinning back kick, land into a fighting stance. The way I teach A and B is from a seated position, roll over to the left, left hand down, right hand down. Then from there, we're going to just step with our right foot to 6 and pivot out, and that's the A variation. The B, from our seated position, start off the same way as A. Roll over, left knee, left hand, right foot to 6, pivot up, see where our opponent is, adjust if need be, back kick, spinning back kick, land, hands up, ready to go. The C variation, from our seated position. Okay, we're going to roll over, 1, 2. We realize the opponent is on us too quickly, throw a right back kick, then step to 6, come out with your hands up, and then from there, come up with your own follow-ups. Another front snap kick, a couple strikes. How are you going to finish this off if it didn't in the situation? Okay? Now that's ascending to heaven, A, B, and C. Our next technique is called raising the staff. Now raising the staff is for a handshake with a punch, or what I call a sucker punch. So, as with any sucker punch, we need to use the hand that's grabbed us to block it. Now as we do so, we're going to web the hand and we're going to get them up on our toes. Okay? Put those fingers down and point them to your opponent and get them up. Then we're going to elbow the solar plexus, keeping those fingers pushed back. Counter grab again with your left. Step back to your square. Step right to the 12 o'clock position. Right elbow hanging onto the hand. Now at this point you're going to have the hand in a lock position. Okay? We're going to go into a lock. So as we step right towards 9 o'clock, then counter swing our left foot back. Rotate that arm so the elbow's there. Pull up on the arm. At the same time, we're going to strike down with our forearm just above the elbow joint. Okay, again, handshake. Get that hand up, okay? Because we might only want to block that punch. We want to get them off balance and on their toes so they can't counter this move. Because if you just sit there and hang on to them, they can move, they can hit you, they can kick you. There's nothing to stop them from doing that, and just blocking that punch isn't going to work. You're going to have to neutralize them somehow. So we're going to use the web of our hand, just like we've been taught through 10th yellow belt, and slide those fingers down, point the fingers at the ground, and then push towards your opponent. And at the same time, we're going to come up with our elbow. Okay? Then once we've got them controlled, we're going to elbow. So we're just going to come up and elbow. Okay, that should be one smooth move. Come up and then elbow. Then we're going to come back to our stance, counter grab with the left. You can go into almost a Seikyo style lock at this point. Elbow the ribs. Step right to about the 9 o'clock. Swing back left as we twist the arm. Elbow should be pointing up. Right forearm strike to the top of the elbow joint. Okay, so it's one smooth action. Elbow, back to stance. Elbow, step, step, break. And that's called raising the staff. Okay, from this direction. Remember, Web that wrist, slide those fingers down, point those fingers at your opponent. Okay, they should be on their toes. If they can stand there and hit you, then you're not getting that lock on correctly. Elbow, swing back. Elbow, adjust right, swing left. Pivot around so that you're back to facing 12 as you do a forearm strike to the elbow. Okay, from here. Okay. Up, elbow strike, come back down. Elbow, always keeping that pressure on the wrist, whether it's a lock of the wrist or a finger lock. Keep them up on that toes the whole time. Elbow, step, swing around, and break. Okay, one more time from this direction. Handshake. Block that punch, get those fingers pointed, push them toward them, and get them on their toes. Then from there, kind of use your elbow. Okay? Rib cage, solar plexus, come back to square, rib cage, right, left, and break. And that is your next two techniques: ascending to heaven from a seated position, stand, and fighting stance. Depending on Tracy's or mine will depend on how you get there. The B version, same thing, stand up, pivot, spinning back kick, and land forward, hands ready to go. C version, you go to stand up or you go to roll over and you either slip or you see that they're too close to coming at you, throw a back kick, spin out of it, hands back up, ready to go. Then you got raising the staff, hands here, elbow, back to square, right to noon, elbow, right to 9, left to about 10, 10:30, break the arm. That's raising the staff. Okay, now we have the next section of long 1, section 4. And in this section we're going to end the first half of long 1 with your downward blocks. Our previous section we did an elbow upward punch, and then we did a crossbody parry upward punch. So we're now facing 3 o'clock. The opponent is coming from the 12 o'clock position, so we're going to step left, from 6 o'clock, so we're going to step left to 6, right downward block, left reverse punch. Then we're going to step back right to 12, left downward block, right reverse punch. Okay? So, from our previous position, elbow up punch, crossbody parry, elbow punch. Okay? Now from here, left, 12 o'clock, downward block, punch. Step back, downward block, punch. Okay? And that ends the first half of the long 1. Now from this angle, kind of showing it to you from here, you're going to do a downward block, punch, then step back, downward block, punch. Okay? Just like blocking the kick, basically. So, we've got our salutation, and then we've got an inward block to 12. Crossbody parry vertical outward, crossbody vertical outward to 9 o'clock. Upward, elbow upwards, punch, crossbody parry upwards, punch to 3 o'clock, to 6, right downward, punch, left downward, punch, and that ends section 4. Now from there, all you're going to do is inward blocks on the reverse. We're going to take short 1 and reverse the pattern in our next lesson, and we're going to do the inwards, upwards, downwards in the reverse pattern, doing 3 at a time. So it'll be real easy and not that complicated, okay? Because I know you can do it. So we got ascending to heaven A. Tracy's version, from a seated, you just stand up, cross out. The way I teach it, from a seated, you're going to roll over, spin around, and come up with your hands up. The B version, same thing. From your seated position at Tracy's, you're going to stand up to your ready position, throw a spinning back kick, and back to your ready position. On the way I teach it, from your seated position, you're going to roll over, come out of it, then you're going to see you need a kick, so you throw your spinning back kick, and set down, ready to go. C version for both Tracy's and the way I teach it is the same. The reasoning's a little differently because of the way we're doing it. So you're going to roll over onto your knee, throw a back kick, and then cross out to the 6 o'clock position. Then you got long one, section 4, or I'm sorry, then you got raising the staff, which is a handshake. So you're going to go elbow, back to cross, stance, elbow, step right, step left, and break. And then for long one, from our last positions, we did upwards. Then we're going to end this section and this half of the kata with a downward by stepping left, right downward, left punch. Step back left or right, left downward, right punch. Okay? And that's when we'll end section 4. Practice that, and when you're ready, come on back to your next lesson, which will be 12, and we'll cover section 5 of the kata, as well as your next two self-defense techniques. Keep practicing, you're doing great. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please contact me through chat or any kind of messaging boards I have, and I'll be happy to get back to you as quick as I can. In the meantime, stay safe,